Once upon a time, in the quiet village of Stonehill, lived a young boy named Thomas. Thomas had bright, curious eyes and a loving heart, but he often felt timid and scared, especially when faced with unknown challenges. Thomas loved listening to the stories of brave knights and adventurers that Grandma Ida told every night. In these tales, courage was like a magical power, enabling heroes to overcome any obstacles. Thomas secretly wished he could be courageous, just like the characters in Grandma's stories. One sunny morning, as Thomas was playing near the edge of Stonehill Forest, he heard a small, panicked squeak. Curious and a bit fearful, he hesitated, but then decided to investigate. To his surprise, he found a little squirrel trapped under a heavy branch. Thomas felt a tiny spark of courage as he looked at the helpless creature. "I must help him," he thought. Rolling up his sleeves, Thomas carefully lifted the branch, freeing the squirrel. The grateful squirrel chirped in delight before scurrying away, leaving behind a shiny acorn as a thank you. Feeling proud of himself, Thomas ran home to share his grand adventure with Grandma Ida. As he recounted the tale, Grandma smiled warmly and said, "You were brave today, Thomas. Courage isn't about fearlessness. It's about facing fear and doing what needs to be done despite it." The next day, Grandma Ida proposed a walk through the forest, deep into the areas Thomas had never visited. He hesitated, his old fear creeping back. What if we get lost? He worried. But remembering the squirrel and the feeling of pride it gave him, he agreed. As they journeyed deeper, they faced narrow paths, thorny bushes, and unexpected sounds. Whenever Thomas felt scared, Grandma would remind him to take a deep breath and look around, seeing that everything was okay. They stumbled upon a breathtaking view of the river that Thomas never knew existed. "See," Grandma said, "if we hadn't faced our fears, we wouldn't have found this beautiful sight." From that day on, Thomas learned that each act of bravery builds upon the last, like stepping stones leading across a stream. Soon, he was exploring places in Stonehill Forest he'd never dared to go before, each discovery fueled by the spark of courage he found on a bright sunny morning when he helped a little